You knew Bill from day one practically, right? He was a member of the family.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I remember Bill primarily coming over and sort of being my father's handyman. You know, Bill had all the cool tools in those days. And my father had this little green metal box with a hammer and a screwdriver and a couple of awls in it. But Bill would come over with like Home Depot in his back of his car, you know. And my father loved that because, you know, he'd say, well, Bill, this cabinet isn't, the wheels don't turn anymore. So Bill would, you know, take the wheels off, put new wheels on and whatever, and he built a train table for me.
Oh, no
at one
kidding.
time. Do you remember that?
What?
A train table.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For your Lionels?
You know, little Markland trains. My mother and father were giving it to me for Christmas. Oh. And they thought, we got to put it on something. So Bill came over and took a big piece of plywood, which I still have today.
No
Really?
kidding.
I still have that table. I put heavier legs on it because the legs were lousy you put on. But that was the thing I remember was and Bill would come over. I think you had a snowblower. The first experience I ever had with a snowblower
I did that
was
too,
Bill would
yeah.
bring one over to the house and do our driveway. And so then I thought that was totally the coolest thing. So I, you know, negotiated with my father. I said, if you buy a snowblower, I'll do the driveway, you know, and I'll do it better than Bill did it. You know, so we got a snowblower, and I never did it as well as Bill though.
Right. And that he both the viola parts, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about the Esplanade, because that was such a central part of Fiedler's existence. And we think of just July 4th, but there was a whole season at the Esplanade after the pop season was over, and you were a central part of it. And weren't you involved with the preparation of the scores and doing that material?
Yeah, I was a librarian for that. And it was always a lot of fun. I played in some of those concerts also. It was a lot of fun. There were no rehearsals, and I'd pull the music down off the shelf and put it in folders, and we'd sight read the music. It was a lot of fun.
Tell me about Leroy Anderson.
I met Roy a few times. He by the time I got here, he was not around that much. This week here at Symphony, they're playing the Waltzing Cat.
One of your favorites.
Yeah, there's a story involved in that. When we were making programs in the library, if there was a lull in our thinking and we couldn't think of a piece, well, I'd interject whenever I could. Let's do the Waltzing Cat. One time we were making programs and he said, I just got a chance to conduct in Australia, and one of the pieces that they requested was the Waltzing Cat. And so he kind of
Scowled?
Yeah, we get back into our teasing act. Anyway, he went to Australia and did the Waltzing Cat, and when he came back, he said, I'm mortified to tell you that we played the Waltzing Cat as an encore, and they liked it so much I had to play it a second time. And he was crushed.